Hey guys, and welcome to Cool Vision. And this video will travel to Chicago, the third largest city in America, behind New York and Los Angeles, that is home to 2.7 million people. It's the epicenter of Midwest, a region in the US known for its farming and manufacturing. They call it America's heartland. Chicago is located in the state of Illinois, at the southwestern tip of freshwater Lake Michigan. It has the third largest economy in the US, with a gross metropolitan product of $770 billion, which is more than that of Switzerland. The city is known for its bold architecture, diverse economy, universities, and urban beaches along the shores of Lake Michigan. But let's talk about its history first. Chicago was incorporated as a city in 1837 and grew rapidly throughout the 19th century, becoming an important center of commerce and a transportation hub between the eastern and western United States. A flourishing economy brought residents from rural communities and immigrants from abroad. The Great Chicago Fire of 1871 destroyed much of the business district and left more than 100,000 people homeless. But despite that, the city continued to grow rapidly, and by 1900, Chicago was already the fifth largest city in the world. Today, the Chicago metropolitan area, also known as Chicagoland, is home to 10 million people. It's an international hub for finance, culture, industry, and technology. It's home to the Chicago Stock Exchange, now called NYSE Chicago, where the first standardized futures contracts were created. There are four major sections of the city: the Loop, the North Side, the West Side, and the South Side. Let's start with the Loop. If you come here for business or as a tourist, this is where you'll be.
And the most Manhattan-like place in the US outside of Manhattan itself. The good part is, Chicago is much cleaner than New York City because garbage goes out for pickup in the back alleys, not on the sidewalks in front of stores and restaurants, as is common in New York. Chicago's Loop is home to the best entertainment in the city, first-rate hotels, and world-class shopping. My first impression was, wow. The Chicago River and its Riverwalk are just fantastic. You can take an architecture boat cruise up Chicago River, and you can gaze up at a lot of cool buildings, like Chicago's famous Marina City Towers, aka the Corn Cobs. It was an urban experiment by architect Bertrand Goldberg, designed to draw middle-class Chicagoans back to the city after more than a decade of suburban migration, because downtown living hasn't always been so trendy. The Loop architecture has been dominated by skyscrapers and high-rises since early in its history. The Home Insurance Building, built in 1885, was the world's first skyscraper. Willis Tower, the third tallest building in the US currently, formerly known as the Sears Tower, was the world's tallest building for nearly 25 years. It has an observation deck, but it was closed at the time of our visit. Trump International Hotel and Tower is the seventh tallest building in the country. The Loop is a first-rate shopping destination. North Michigan Avenue features a lot of boutiques, restaurants, and high-rise malls. And a section of it called the Magnificent Mile is an upscale shopping street, home to restaurants, luxury retailers, and hotels. It's the fourth most expensive shopping street in the US, behind Fifth Avenue in New York, Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, and Union Square in San Francisco. Here you will find such historic landmarks as Chicago Water Tower, the terracotta Wrigley Building skyscraper, and the 100-story John Hancock Center, which is now called 875 North Michigan Avenue. It's got 360 Chicago observation deck, where you can ride Tilt, Chicago's highest thrill ride. It's an enclosed moving platform that literally tilts you over Michigan Avenue from the 94th floor. The Magnificent Mile serves as the main thoroughfare between Chicago's Loop District and its Gold Coast, which ranks as the seventh richest urban neighborhood in the US and consists of luxury high-rise apartment towers and stone mansions. But Chicago's not a concrete jungle. There are plenty of parks like Grant Park. It's a huge urban park which is sometimes called Chicago's front yard. It's home to the Buckingham Fountain and the Pritzker Pavilion, where free concerts and festivals can be enjoyed throughout the summer. Another recent addition to the city is Millennium Park, built in 2004, and it features Crowd Fountain, an interactive work of public art and video sculpture. Blue Garden, a beautiful and serene park that many people don't even notice because it's tucked away behind the tall hedges. And the Bean, of course. Cloud Gate is the official name. It's one of the modern masterpieces in the heart of Chicago. Its design was inspired by the liquid mercury, and the sculpture's surface distorts the reflection of the city's skyline. It's a great spot for taking pictures. Cloud Gate. Right next door is the Art Institute of Chicago. It's hands down one of the best art museums in the country, and one of the largest collections of Impressionist art outside the Louvre. You can spend days walking around the museum. They had the Obama Portraits exhibition in the summer of 2021. I could tell there's a little bit of an obsession with Barack. If you didn't know this, Barack Obama was a professor at the University of Chicago Law School. But I was just wondering, can you imagine Donald Trump portrait exhibition in Chicago? I didn't think so. If you're into museums, then come to Chicago's museum campus. It's a wonderful 57-acre park that sits alongside Lake Michigan and houses several of the city's leading institutions all in one place, like Soldier Field Stadium, an American football and soccer stadium, the Shedd Aquarium, where you can explore underwater worlds and watch rare and local aquatic creatures, Field Museum, where you can spend a day exploring natural history and world cultures. As you enter, you'll be greeted by Maximo the Titanosaur, the largest dinosaur. You get to say hi to Sue, the most complete and best preserved T-Rex ever discovered. Just the kind of stuff that I enjoy. And finally, the Adler Planetarium, where you can marvel at the wonders of the universe. The Chicago Theater District is a hub for world-class productions, with many theaters like the Chicago Theater, CIBC Theater, James Nederlander Theater, and many others. By the way, this Biograph Theater on Lincoln Avenue, which was once a movie theater, was the location where notorious bank robber John Dillinger was shot down by FBI agents after he watched a gangster movie there in 1934. On a warm sunny day, you can visit Navy Pier, which was opened to the public in 1960. It extends 3,300 feet into the water and offers over 50 acres of parks, shops, restaurants, and a 150-foot Ferris wheel. From here, you can also catch a boat tour or just enjoy some tasty food and views of the downtown. Now let's take a look at North Chicago. The northern neighborhoods are desirable for their waterfront location and nightlife, like Lincoln Park, one of the most affluent neighborhoods in Chicago, just 2 miles from downtown. The community is named for the 1,200-acre park, which includes beaches, gardens, a zoo, a museum, and more. This is one of the oldest neighborhoods in the city. My friend Chris lives here. Another nice neighborhood in the north is Lakeview, a popular neighborhood for young professionals, and it has access to 3 train lines. This is the home of Wrigley Field Stadium, established in 1914. This area swells with activity during Chicago Cubs home games. It's densely packed with lively sports bars and cool pubs. If you drive even further up north, you're gonna end up on Northwestern University campus. This university is known as the west side of Chicago is famous for cool arts neighborhoods like Wicker Park and Bucktown. There's always something interesting going on. These areas draw shoppers hunting for unique finds, foodies looking for the trendiest eats, and bar hoppers searching for late-night buzz. Westtown is another neighborhood on Chicago's west side, and is home to large Polish and Ukrainian communities, like the Ukrainian Village. I've always wanted Chicago. Ranked one of the world's top 10 universities, is also located in Hyde Park neighborhood. Barack Obama was teaching constitutional law at the University of Chicago Law School from 1992 to 2004. Its campus is nice and one of a kind. It has its own university police and emergency buttons throughout the campus. Safe. The university is located in South Chicago, and as you may know, the South Side has a lot of crime. So students and staff members alike can get robbed and sometimes even killed if they walk in the wrong direction. Like this poor Chinese international student. He got shot to death in November. Riverdale and West Englewood are some of the most dangerous neighborhoods. For most Chicagoans, they're like no-go zones. Chicago's Chinatown is also on the south side, but a lot closer to the Loop. If you enjoy Chinese cuisine, you're going to find a lot of cafes, dim sum spots, and tea houses. Also on the south side, you can catch a baseball game at Guaranteed Rate Field. Going to a baseball game is part of the Chicago experience. This is the home ballpark for Chicago White. And don't forget to visit the Museum of Science and Industry. You'll get to see German submarine U-505, models of cities and trains, and even the Marvel exhibit. Chicago is a popular tourist destination. 58 million people visited the city in 2018. In 2020, Chicago was ranked the 6th most walkable city in the United States after New York, San Francisco, Boston, Philadelphia, and Miami. It has the second largest public transportation system in the US. The Chicago Transit Authority operates the L trains, L stands for elevated, buses, and the Metro train for transportation between Chicago and the rest of the suburbs. The L provides 24-hour service on the red and blue lines. In 2016, 27.5% of Chicago households did not have a car, while the national average was 8.7%. You can do without a car, but if you prefer to drive like me, just remember that traffic gets really bad during rush hour. It's one of those things you'll have to get used to. Chicago has the third worst traffic in America behind New York and Philadelphia. However, when it's not rush hour, driving in Chicago is a breeze, and it's a lot of fun. Take Lakeshore Drive, which is a multi-level expressway that runs alongside the shoreline of Lake Michigan, and enjoy the view. You may, however, have a hard time finding a place to park. Residents of Chicago spend 56 hours per year looking for a parking spot. That's triple the American average. Chicago has also one of the most expensive on-street parking in the country, with some spots costing $6.50 per hour. The city also offers bicycle and scooter sharing systems, and cycling is really popular here. Lake Michigan is one of the 5 Great Lakes of North America. This region is often referred to as the Third Coast. 18.5-mile long path for walking, jogging, skateboarding, and cycling. The city is a popular choice for students as well as graduates looking to start a career. Chicago has a very diversified economy. Chase Bank has its US and Canada commercial and retail banking headquarters here. McDonald's moved its global headquarters to Chicago in 2018. United Airlines and Boeing are both headquarters in Chicago also. The Chicago Board of Trade opened in 1848, is one of the world's oldest futures and options exchanges. The minimum wage in the city is one of the highest in the nation, $15 an hour, and the average monthly net salary is $66,000, according to Numbeo. Living in Chicago is cheaper than in New York or Los Angeles. Consumer prices are 23% lower than in New York. Compared to the East Coast and the West Coast, Chicago's housing market is probably the best bargain. For example, the median house value in Chicago is $330,000 according to Zillow, but in New York it's $705,000, and in LA it's $883,000. The average monthly rent here is $1,600, in New York it's $2,800, and in LA it's $2,600. If you're looking for a big city life, Chicago might give you more city for you. Chicago's a fun city for those who love the visual arts, literature, theater, comedy and music, particularly jazz, blues, soul, hip-hop, and electronic dance music. Chicago has the 3rd largest LGBTQ population in the United States. The Chicago Department of Health estimated that 7.5% of the adult population were LGBTQ. The Chicago Pride Parade, held the last Sunday in June, is one of the world's largest, with over 1 million people in attendance, and I happened to be in the city right at the time of the parade. Chicago is a cultural melting pot with huge ethnic communities. Whatever cuisine you can think of, you can find it here. The Windy City has 3 signature food groups: Italian beef sandwich, deep dish pizza, and the Chicago-style hot dog. Deep dish pizza uses a thick layer of toppings and resembles a pie. This was a popular hangout for the Italian mobsters back in the day.
There's just 2 people here, so this is a table for
Chicago has some fun but weird traditions. Like every year on St. Patrick's Day, they dye the Chicago River green, and thousands of spectators crowd the banks to take pictures of this emerald green water. Chicago is also known for different festivals and Chicago Marathon, one of the 6 world marathon majors. The city is very liberal. For much of the 20th century, Chicago has been among the most reliable Democratic strongholds in the U.S. They have not elected a Republican mayor since 1927. What are the downsides of the city? The weather. Chicago winters can be notoriously brutal. The city's coldest month is January, when temperatures can dip to 0-degree average. To me as a Russian, it's like, what are they complaining about? But I understand, the US has a lot of warm places to choose from. Not everyone's ready to make such a sacrifice. The city has some of the highest taxes in the US. The combined sales tax of 10.25% is the highest in the nation. Also, the state of Illinois has the second highest property she-rock, they call it. Chicago's homicide rate rose to 28 per 100,000 people in 2021. That makes it 6 times more dangerous than New York City or Austin, Texas, and 100 times more dangerous than Tokyo, Japan. And it's not just numbers. Look at this map. These are all the murders that happened over the past 12 months. These are real people whose lives were cut short by some criminals. As you can see, most homicides happen on the west and the south sides. 2020. It's like Grand Theft Auto game in real life. That's why a lot of people here are hesitant to buy nice cars. No wonder residents are growing unhappy with Mayor Lori Light's food performance in office. Well, let's sum it up. As the third largest city in the US, Chicago is ideal for those who want to live in a world-class metropolitan area. From towering skyscrapers to the rich cultural landscape, it's easy to fall in love with the Windy City. It's cleaner and cheaper than New York, and it has a lot to offer as far as entertainment, job opportunities, variety of restaurants, and the world-class central business district. At the same time, you gotta keep in mind that traffic is bad, crime levels are outrageous, and the tough winters make it a tough choice for anyone who can't tolerate winter's hardships. And the high taxes is another tough pill to swallow. Let me know what you think about Chicago in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and hit the bell button. Thank you.